Talofa guys, welcome back to another episode here on our channel. Special Talofa to our younger members. It is Saturday here in Samoa, and we're just going about our usual chores, starting off with weeding the grass in front of the house. Me and the kids just getting that out of the way. Just going to take you guys through a usual Saturday routine. I know we're missing a lot of that, and the usual Samoan hours on Saturday. So hope you guys enjoy our episode today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, and be sure to check out our website SamoanFarmer.com for our crave growth merch. See you guys soon. Kaka detention so ula ang go ka ko yo kula ngo ya so ra tulia le velil ba ya ela wuli la wil ba kini pel ko pel velil ngom ya guys, I do apologize. It's been quite a while since I began recording again. Got carried away, but you guys can see just here. So there's a contractor that actually cleans the grass for the church compound. Unfortunately, they didn't do a good job in taking care of the grass. I think part of the requirement was for them to take it off the compound and then dispose of it somewhere, but they didn't do a good job. We found it pooling around in the compound, but also some of them threw them on the side in our garden. You guys see the photos there. So we thought might as well get all of this grass and take it for the cows. So we just think we're about 15 loads in, kids, and the trunk for the truck is packed, super packed. So that's why I'm just in here trying to stomp down so that we can fully compact this, and then so we can get in some more grass, and then we're going to take it to the cattle farm. Another good use of this is also to sprinkle around in the plantation to stop the weeds from going. So I think if we can work something out with the contractors, the lawn mowing contractors, they cut the grass, make it convenient for us at the back of here, and then we'll just take it off their hands. It's a win-win. Ide ako si Valulu. Uma. Here. Check your medical up. Alright, so I've got the other there just driving that you guys can see. We're just going to load up some water for the cows as well while we're eating on top of this grass. Baby, big one. It's a lot of grass.
Alright guys, so we're finally here at the cattle farm. We're going to take the car inside so that we can offload the grass for the cows. I'm just worried because the soil looks a bit wet, and in case we might you know, spin some tire spin here, so we'll see. Right, so while we're here, just gonna quickly have a look inside at the grass we planted. If you haven't seen that episode, be sure to check it out. I'll show you guys there. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. It all looks green, which means the grass is growing. Now I just can't see which. Oh, there it is. So there's one of them there. So see how it's got some brown stems, but the green is popping up, which means that's a good sign. We also see it over there, and then there's another bundle there. So yeah, remember we planted it all over this place, and then we set up the cow fencing just to ensure that the cows don't eat it while we make this plot grow. But so far it's looking really good. Cows are enjoying the grass as well. So yeah, I'm really glad we quick thinking to utilize that grass that the contractors didn't use properly, didn't clean up properly, so nothing goes to waste. We might as well use it here. Cows are looking healthy, hopefully. But yeah. Alright guys, so I just brought the truck outside. Just gonna get the waters for the cows now. The water that. So see, this edge here is quite elevated than I expected. So you see here, it's making it hard. Oh, it wasn't like this, but because we've had a lot of runoff coming from the rain, and then the gate was holding it up like that, so that's why it's quite a big step up from there. Like all the cows are enjoying it now. So we've got most of the gang here, and everyone's enjoying the grass. Alright guys, it is raining now, so I think we're going to head off with the kids. We're just going to go home. I'm not sure about tonight, tomorrow, what we're going to do, but because of the rain, we might just use the electric oven this time as well. But hope you guys have enjoyed our content today. I do enjoy making it. Do apologize, it has been quite a while since I've been posting regular content. Been very busy. It's been super busy for me at the moment, so I do appreciate that you guys tune in every episode that I post up. But I think I'm going to sign off. We'll definitely catch you on our next episode, which will hopefully be Sunday tonight. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you on our next episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, guys, and then we'll definitely catch you on our next episode. See you then. Until then, God bless, take care, stay safe. See you guys soon. Talofa lover, and good morning guys, welcome back. And no, I thought I might have I know I wanted to end the episode yesterday with the grass we took for the cows, but I thought, why don't we make it a two-part episode? So we're gonna throw in the Sunday cooking as well, to make it a bigger episode. Hope you guys are doing well this Sunday morning. Bit of a last minute put together.
but I think those are the best ones, are the last minute ones. So we're just it's about 6:06 in the morning at the moment, and we're just gonna head over to the shops to get our Sunday tonai, because we didn't get it yesterday, because we were quite busy yesterday, so thought we'd get it today. But very simple menu today. I'm thinking to do something with chicken, a bit of potato salad, green salad if we can, some stock, soup, and then I think my wife brought some taro, so we'll probably throw that as well to roast. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, guys, and also check out our website, SamoanFarmer.com. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and we'll see you guys soon. Got our helpers here. So yeah, we're heading off to the shop now. So we're heading off to one of the new Asian shops just around here in Talofa, here in our district. So you know, that's one of the things why there's a lot of Asian shops popping around Samoa, is because they do provide cheaper alternatives as opposed to the big supermarkets here in Samoa. So maybe the quality isn't up to standard, but with regards to affordability, which is the main thing here in Samoa, some Samoans, if not the majority, actually prefer the Asian shops because it's affordable. Just for example, you know, the oil, the cooking oil, and the meat, the Asian shops usually provide a cheap alternative. I mean a cheaper price as opposed to the big shops. And also they're very smart in the way they placement of the products around the shops. There's a lot of sweets and toys in front where the cash register is, and that's where you know, they know, because usually parents will come with kids, and that's where they make an extra profit there. But you know, it's always the food we're aiming for, not the toys. But yeah, we'll show you guys once we get there. Alright fam, so we're just here at Frankie Fresh because I need to grab some stuff for the green salad, and they're quite cheap here. Alright guys, so we just left Frankie. We bought the potatoes, the oil, the greens for the salad, and also the mayo from Frankie's. We're just heading to the Chinese shop now to buy some meat there. See the Chinese shop there? A+8. So yeah, we're gonna buy the meat from there because it's a lot cheaper there. The meat, that is. See some people selling fish over there. Fortunately, we're not buying fish today, so maybe another time. But yeah,
go in here and grab the chicken, and then I'll catch you guys afterwards. Alright fam, so just finished, oh jeez, I just finished the shopping, and now we're gonna head home, and then yeah, get everything in order and start cooking. It's probably it's quite a while since my last full cooking Sunday. I think the last one was the pork belly, but yeah. So you see some of the fish that people usually sell on the side of the road. It's quite common here in Samoa. You know, sometimes people don't have time on Saturday, so the fish vendors will target Sunday morning as well. But yeah, we're heading home now. Kamaya de kong kage fakau. Ese ver fakau or mo ko fakau marsap. Oi ko mai de sia sa, oi do. O sa ngiluk. Alright, so we're going to break down everything we brought, so it makes it easier. We've got the mayo, potato for the potato salad. There's quite a lot of potatoes, and I thought I might as well. We've got a few taro here, but let's get some potato for the kids, you know. And then we've got our salad dressing. All right, that's done. Got our oil here. Now, what I wanted to do was, rather than making gravy, I wanted to make a soup, sort of like a stock with the chicken bits that I don't use to fry, and that way nothing goes to waste. Just so that it's not too dry. You know, the fried chicken, and the potato salad. It's always good to have some juice. That's why I brought the pak choy. So we've got the pak choy here, just one pak choy. We've got lettuce. So that's 4 lettuce. Alright, still continuing on. We've got our chicken. We've got noodles. This is for the soup. Everything for the soup is here. So the chicken noodles, ginger, garlic, onion, then a bit of noodle, MSG, black pepper, salt, and the coating for the fried chicken. So yeah, all in all, this cost about 180. Yep, about 180. So yeah, slightly expensive, but you know, it's been a long time, and I owe it because I haven't been cooking for the past few Sundays. So I owe it to you guys, also the kids, to get back to cooking and get them some good food. Good wood. All right. So what's first? We need to chop the chicken, and then get it defrosted, bring it down to temperature, so that it's a lot easier to cook when it starts to cook. So let's do that. Alright, so just taking probably 5 to 10 minute break before we start again. As you saw there, I've separated the chicken
from the parts that are used for the stocking, which is mostly the fatty skin around the chicken, and that's what we'll use to build the stock for the soup. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It'll be nice. I always enjoy eating fried chicken, not with tomato sauce or mayo or gravy, but I always like enjoying eating it with a bit of soup, just because of the stock. So yeah. Alright, so see over there starting on the potatoes. Just quickly show you guys the stuff I put. So this is most of the fatty stuff I put away from the chicken as I was cutting it, and I'm going to use this to build the stock for the soup that we will do. So once that's done, I'm just going to wait just a little bit while it defrosts, and then we'll put it onto the heat and then give it a lot of time and a lot of love while we wait for the other chicken so that we can do the fried chicken. Right fam, the chicken is slowly coming down to temperature, the chicken for the fried chicken. So I'm going to pop the we're going to need to get the oil up to heat before we start frying it. The pot here, the cast iron pot, and then we'll add in the oil and then get it up to heat. While we're waiting for the pot to get hot, I'm just going to start building the stock for the soup, chicken soup. Just adding in the seasoning from the noodles, and then we'll slowly add in the other stuff such as the garlic, onions, the ginger, and then finally we'll end it off with the pak choy and the noodles. Right, and now we're going to build the chicken coating. It's simple. It's just flour, black pepper, and half of this, because this already has flour in it, I think. Yeah, it's got flour in it. And then yeah, and so flour, black pepper, salt, this coating, and then yeah, give it a shake. Then we'll start adding in the chicken. Alright, so just waiting on the oil to heat up. Stock's coming good. Me and Sia, we're gonna get started because we need to put the potato onto the heat now. I think we don't have enough time if I'm calculating right. So I'm gonna chop the potatoes while Sia finishes peeling them.
just finished chopping up the potato. So there, we're going to pop it onto the heat soon after we wash them. But I need to get started on the chicken as well. So we see we popped in the taro as well. So a lot of things going on at the moment. But I think we're doing pretty good for time. Shake off the excess flour so that they don't accumulate at the bottom of the frying pan. I think that's pretty hot. Let's just test. Yeah, that's about it. Ooh. And the next one, shake off the excess oil, shake excess flour, pop it in. I always go clockwise, so it helps me remember the order of the chicken that I'm putting it in the frying pan. Now it's always important to don't overcrowd. It's always important not to overcrowd inside the frying pan because in my opinion, especially with frying pan, not a deep fryer, the closer the chickens are, they tend to give out moisture and then it sort of sticks onto the other chicken, and as a result you don't get a crispy finish, but it's sort of like a soggy finish. That's why it's important not to keep them too close, but just a bit of space in between them. So that's why it's slow sometimes, because we're taking our time doing them at least 4, maybe 5 at a time. So I'm going to give them about, based on my experience, about 5 or 6 minutes per side, maybe 7, just to make sure they're fully cooked before we flip them. Then another 7 minutes after that. We'll let them set them to the side and finish them off in the oven. Alright fam, so my phone battery is running a bit low, but I'm just going to quickly update you on the things we've got going before we set the phone off to charge, and then we'll catch up later. We've got the chicken cooking well. We've got 2 pots of the potatoes, so we actually had to divide them up. So it's nice, and they don't fill up one pot because they're actually too big. It's still going good. We're going to let that keep on going. Apart from that, it's all pretty standard, and just going to go through the motions of doing each batches, and then we should be done. So we'll check back with you in 5 minutes. Cue the SpongeBob a few moments later.
A few moments later.
Welcome back, guys. We've got enough battery now to continue the episode, so I'll just show you guys what we've been up to. We've got, I think this is our 3rd batch. Our other batch of chicken. So as I said, I'm finishing off them in the oven while the taro is cooking, and that'll further crispy it but also make it even cook. We're going to add the stock now. So while the phone was charging, we've got the garlic, got the ginger and the onions and the pak choy. So now we're going to add that into the soup to make it more fragrant, and then lastly the noodles. Alright, first batch of potatoes is now out, so we're just going to let it cool here before we bring the second batch, which is slowly on its way to cooking. Once that both of them cool down, then we'll add the mayo, bit of spring onion, and that should be ready. Also show you our soup. Looks very nice. Remember, the soup is only because we want a bit of stock while we eat the fried chicken, in case it's dry. I'm sure it's not that dry, but you can see I've thrown in noodles and pasta. Just a bit of variety there, but the most important thing is the stock. I actually threw in the noodles because one of my daughters loves noodles, so I thought that she sees there's only pasta, and she'll be like, oh, how come you guys didn't do noodles? For one kid, we had to mess up the soup, but that's the sacrifice parents would know. So I think it's nice and cool now. We're going to prepare the potato salad now. so because this bowl is not yet ready, we're gonna do it in batches because I wanted to do it all in one bowl, but we'll do it in this bowl and then we'll do another batch in another bowl. Alright, so this potato salad is the one that actually goes on the table, but I mostly did it for, I don't like the look of this one. Just off to the side, mostly for the girls and the wife, the boys. But this is for the girls, and yeah, we are pretty much almost done. Alright fam, we are almost finished. Giving about 10 minutes for the fried chicken, and then I'll show you plate it. We're going to plate up and show you guys. Alright guys, so we finally come to the end of our episode. Just going to show you guys the results, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did making it. I was just about to continue my episode, but got a couple of our neighbors bringing over the food. So as I showed you guys, the usual routine on Sundays is where we, neighbors share food. I'm here in Samoa, so we share food with each other. These guys, So yeah, we share with them, and they usually share with us. Si ave, la koe mole ko ngai lu mo ole langa mai. Fa kai ke le ko ko fa le oi do. Ja, fa. E mai le ave. So yeah, guys, so they brought the food for us, and we also shared a portion of our food with them. But to the results. All right, so we've got our fried chicken, got our potato salad, our lettuce, our taro, and our soup. So very nice spread. Very happy it came out pretty good. It's actually supposed to be just this one, but then I wanted the soup because sometimes my fried chicken is dry, and then as a result it's a bit lame, so that's why I'm trying to get the juice from the soup to go with the fried chicken. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna sign off now. I really hope you enjoyed this 2-part episode. I do apologize if you clicked the episode hoping it was gonna be farming videos, but I thought, 2 birds, 1 stone. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. Have tonight with the family. I wish you guys a very safe and happy weekend. As also a great week this week. See, the family is very noisy at the moment because it's time to eat and they're still waiting for me. And yeah, so I think we're gonna sign off now. We'll definitely catch you guys on our next episode. But until then, God bless, take care, stay safe. See you guys soon.